A salon owner in Fresno now out thousands of dollars after a man walked into her business and stole her purse in broad daylight. How he was able to get away without getting caught in the act, and the advice that this business owner has for others following the theft.
The investigation continues in San Joaquin County to bring those responsible for a deadly mass shooting at a child's birthday party in Stockton to justice.
If you do know who had something to do with this, I hope that you do the right thing. If you don't do the right thing, it's just going to continue happening, and the next thing you know, death is going to be at your door.
What challenges investigators are facing as they work to pin down a motive for this shooting, and what message the San Joaquin County Sheriff has for the public.
The Trump administration now making an effort to flip the script when it comes to affordability. A breakdown of the president's plan to tackle rising prices and why he's now changing his tune after calling affordability a Democrat hoax.
You're watching Fox 26, and now, great day.
Good morning. We begin this hour with a live look at China Peak. Our friends at the resort say temperatures will be mild for the rest of the week and are inviting you to hit the slopes this weekend when it reopens. Chilly up there, chilly down here. Good morning. I'm Liz Gonzalez.
Chilly everywhere. I'm Carl Cook.
And I'm Justin Willis. Thank you for joining us. And more of the same.
Yeah.
More of the same for you today. No real changes in our forecast to get that fog advisory at that 1,000-foot level, and cold here in the valley. But there's a warming trend for the mountains.
It's one of those where we want to make you a sign that says same.
Yeah, I know. It's like it's pretty wild.
And the mountains are going to be warmer.
I can't get over this. I can't get over this.
I was thinking about the 74 degrees of Yosemite yesterday.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's going to be nice up there. So if you want nice weather, you just got to maybe go up an hour into the hills, and you're good to go. So let's check it out and see what's happening here on the San Joaquin Valley floor right now. 40 degrees. 5 miles an hour, making it feel like it's 37 degrees, though, and that dew point's at 39. A little misty, though, too, out there in parts there. You might be turning on that windshield wiper for a hot second. Otherwise, we're at 42 degrees at 10 a.m. At noon, 44. At 5 o'clock, 44 degrees. Now, this afternoon, there is a slight chance that sun could peek out through those clouds. We'll keep an eye on that for you, but winds will be calm for you for most of the day. All right, coming up next, we're going to talk a little bit more about that warming trend for the mountains. Also, we are actually tracking, got some more data on some good data on the next chance of rain for the San Joaquin Valley.
An investigation underway in southeast Fresno after a person was hit by a car. This happened near Chestnut and Cesar Chavez Boulevard last night. Police tell us that a Honda was headed north on Chestnut when a person stepped into the roadway crossing outside the crosswalk and through heavy traffic. That is when the driver hit them and then immediately called 911. Police are saying this is not a hit and run. The driver is fully cooperating with officers. The victim received life-saving treatment and was rushed to a hospital. A Fresno salon owner now warning other businesses after a man walked out with thousands of dollars worth of items after posing as a delivery man. Now take a look at the surveillance video. It shows what appears to be the man on a bike walking into Cosmo K salon at 3 o'clock Saturday afternoon, again broad daylight, with a box and what appears to be a backpack. A few seconds later, he walks out with the owner's purse, dumps the items out of a box, and then hides the purse inside. Soon after, an employee walked out, nearly catching him in the act.
He then catches one of my employees, and she walks out and he says he's DoorDash. He hands her food that he happened to have with him, a bottle of Jack Daniels, and told her it's a delivery for a salon. She did ask him, like, who's it for? And he said, I don't know.
Marez says the bag and everything in it were valuable, not just financially, but sentimentally as well.
He has all my information, my kids' first ID cards I keep in my wallet because it's their first from school. Those are in there, all my insurance stuff, my ID, my home information, my car key was in there, lots of cash, and I also had little gifts inside of my purse too.
Marez says she's now ramping up security at the salon and is advising other business owners to be cautious of just who you let into your building. A report was filed with Fresno police. The total value of what was lost was around $6,000. If you know anything about the situation or can I help identify the man, please call Fresno police. Another business owner is also facing a setback. Kayla Delgado owns highly addictive candy. It's a small business that she showcases at pop-up events. On top of being 8 months pregnant, she's now working to recuperate nearly $2,000 in stolen products. She says she was walking to her car Saturday when she noticed something was off. Her car had been broken into and all the equipment and products for her small business were taken.
So we lost a lot. It was more than just product. It was more than just table covers that were designed with my face. It was literally everything that I invested my business in. And sometimes it takes vendors years to even get the stuff that I had.
She started her business back in college, but now it has actually started viral trends, and it's a staple at events in Fresno. Delgado did set up a GoFundMe for those willing to donate, but really is asking that people order from her business online. She says she'll be back to work soon and back out there as soon as she has a baby, of course. If you'd like to find out more information on the company and how you can donate, go to KMPH.com.
All right, time is 5:05 now, and let's get a live look at Highway 198 and Acre Street there in Visalia. Yep, low-hanging clouds out there once again. It is a little misty out there in some places. Can't really tell if that's the case there in Visalia right now. However, in Fresno, we've got a little mist out there, and again, low-hanging clouds creating some foggy conditions for the hills and mountains. So let's get a look at the visibilities right now and show you what's going on. It's not as bad as it was yesterday at this hour. The worst visibility right now we have is in Fresno County, and that's at 1.75 miles. Some of that getting up into Madera County there. Everybody else is looking okay at this hour, just low clouds out there for you. But still have a dense fog advisory going for you, or at least reissued by the National Weather Service, and for the same regions there, all along the hills west of I-5, down south of Bakersfield, and then up along the hills of the Sierra Nevada mountains there. This is in effect until 11 o'clock this morning. Quarter-mile visibility in some places, although the most dangerous things are going to be things like taking those curvy hills and then just hitting a wall of fog. So National Weather Service advising to be cautious of that. So slow down if you're driving in these areas here. Use those low beams and just really take it easy. Keep plenty of distance between you and the car in front of you, and give yourself plenty of time to get where you're going, especially if you're going up in these areas here. All right, so sun, not really happening for us on the valley floor. We're getting socked in here up and down the valley, all the way up into Northern California there, Sacramento Valley. But high pressure kind of really impacting that and bringing those areas outside of the valley some sunshine and some warmth, a good warming trend because of that. But this high pressure is also having some other factors here with it, and it's steering some moisture coming from the Pacific up into the Pacific Northwest there, and then dropping back down over the Four Corners region there. So none of that precip getting in our direction, but we do have some changes happening over the course of the next week that could bring us a chance of rain. So let's fast forward here. Here we are at about noon today. Obviously rain up in the Pacific Northwest there. But then we get to next, or this coming weekend, let's say Sunday morning, early Sunday morning there. Not a whole lot happening there, but as things change there, we'll start to see a little bit of rain by Tuesday. Yep, that's our next best chance there at this point. Looks like we get some strong rain up in the Bay Area by that time, and snow in the mountains, which will be good news for China Peak at that time. But again, this is just about a week out from now where we could start to see a little bit of this rain, and then from that point, it looks like we could see some off and on chances. That's a little far out, still gathering data on that. But right now, it's looking like Tuesday is our next best chance of rain, and that'll hang on for the day there. Beyond that, we'll keep an eye on things and see how that develops. In the meantime, we're staying socked in with this Thule fog there and these low-hanging clouds and cold below normal temperatures. 47 is our high today. By the way, we only got to 43 here in Fresno yesterday. Today, we're expected to get to 47, tomorrow to 50, and then Friday to 53, 30s and 40s overnight. Up next, we'll get a look at the rest of your highs and lows across the San Joaquin Valley for your Wednesday.
Can't help but wonder, is that considered a warming trend? If we're going to get up to 50, right at this point, a new ordinance that would cap just how many registered sex offenders can live under one roof has now cleared a key hurdle. Fresno County supervisors approved the ordinance Tuesday during its first hearing. They say families have dealt with an oversaturation of registered sex offenders, many living together inside transitional homes operating in single-family neighborhoods. This is especially in unincorporated areas like Fig Garden. They say supervisors say one man, John Coyle, owns 6 centers for living properties. At yesterday's Board of Supervisors meeting, Coyle pushed back at the new ordinance.
This ordinance causes homelessness and eliminates the accountability that we provide.
You have not overseen that there are only 6 people in your facilities. The law enforcement officers have come in there, and there have been many times more than 6. So that's a bunch of crap.
The ordinance adds fines of up to $10,000 for a first violation and up to $50,000 for repeated ones, in addition to the 6 sex offender per single housing unit limit. A second hearing on the ordinance is planned for January 6th. Calls to release footage of a strike on an accused drug boat now only growing louder on Capitol Hill, why lawmakers are continuing to pressure the defense secretary to release the video, and why some are worried he may be stalling. Cries for justice continue in Stockton after that deadly mass shooting at a child's birthday party. How a lack of cooperation from the public is now hindering this investigation.
The Chuck Chansey Skycam, sponsored by Chuck Chansey Gold Resort and Casino.
And a live look now at downtown Fresno. Just trust us, it's somewhere back there behind those low-lying clouds. It is 5:10, 39 degrees. You can find new headlines and the weather forecast on your screen all morning long, even through the commercial break.
Hi, I'm Monty Torres with Fox 26 News on YouTube. Thank you for checking out our YouTube channel, where we have loads of great content for you to choose from. And while you're here, why not click on the subscribe button right here? That way you can stay in touch with all the latest breaking news, everything news related within the Central Valley. And thank you for watching.